Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Paul, and on this channel I like to go over things that I'm curious about and things that I have looked into a little bit I like to share here as well. So in today's video, I kind of wanted to talk with you guys about something that I learned today, kind of just like about myself, and wanted to share with you guys to see that hopefully what you can get from this is a reflection on yourself and kind of learn where you're most aligned. And you'll see what I mean by that in a second. So today, with where I'm at, it has been pouring raining, and I knew I had a whole list of things that I needed to do today after church, and one of those things was going to the gym. And so with that, I was like, okay, well, I can either go right now or I can wait and hope that it stops raining later on. And at this point, it was just before 1 p.m. And like the whole forecast was like 70, 70, 70, 80, 90, 90. You know, it was high percentage of rain. And it was already raining when I was looking at my watch and everything like that. So I said, you know what? Whatever. It's just like a little bit of rain. Go ahead and do what you needed to get done, and get groceries on the way back, put gas in the motorcycle, and then come back and get the rest of the work done. And it was really, really funny to me because I was like, everyone's obvious, or mostly everyone's in a car driving, and here they see me just getting soaked on a motorcycle. And it was kind of one of those things. I was like, man, this most likely for a lot of people would, if they had a motorcycle or a scooter, like that was the only way, most likely probably would have stopped them. And by the way, I'm not going to say this to toot my own horn because I'm about to show you where I'm also bad as well. So I was like, man, most people probably would not have gotten soaked just to go to the gym, then get groceries and, come back and whatnot. But I thought to myself, man, this obviously is really and this is me processing it when I came back. I was like, this obviously is really important to me. The fact that it just was what it was to me. I had a goal and it was raining. It's almost like, okay, doesn't matter. Just get the thing done. And I was thinking in my head, I was like, man, that's crazy how, you're willing to do that. But with other areas in I feel like, I'm tired right now. Maybe it's not a good time right now. Or, oh man, this is pretty hard. Maybe I'll wait, or something like that. And it just reminded me, because I was like, if you have the conversation with the people about the gym, those are the things that you hear too. Oh, it's raining outside. Oh, maybe I can't go today. I don't have enough time, et cetera, et cetera. And it was just so funny for me to think, for the things that I'm actually absolutely clear on, with where I want to go, with what I want to get done, with how important I view it to be, the brain either comes up with excuses or sees none, even though there may legitimately be some. So this is the crazy part about this. That rain on a motorcycle, you could say, is a legitimate excuse. Fair enough. But it was just like, okay, it is, but whatever. Yet for other things that I've had that would not qualify as legitimate excuses, your brain finds, or my brain finds, some ways to rationalize and go, oh, yep, that's legitimate. Just go ahead and take a break, or go do something else, work on something else. And I just found this kind of conversation going on in my head today very, very fascinating. So I wanted to turn this around and share it with you guys and ask you guys to do the same. If you have multiple things that you're going after and you see different areas of life that you're just like spot on, there can be legitimate things going wrong, but it doesn't matter. You don't miss because it's important to you and because you're clear. And then other things where you want to do them, but maybe you haven't built that mental muscle yet, per se. Evaluate where those areas are. Check where those areas are, and then ask why. And also, this is something that I'm working on processing too. Just go slow. Just go slow. I have the habit of working out now for years now, and so that one, it's not hard for me to flex that mental muscle when I have to go do that. Yet for someone else who's just starting, that can seem like a lot. In the same manner, if I were to go start something that for someone else, they've been flexing that mental muscle for a couple years now. It may be easy for them. They're like, okay, got to sit at my desk and, crank this out or whatever it is. Okay, great, no problem. And then for me, it could be, oh my goodness, here we go. How can I procrastinate? How can I procrastinate? I have to be gentle with myself as well, just like the other person has to be gentle with building the habit of going to the gym. So once you reflect on what it is that you are really aligned with, really clear, there may be excuses, but your brain doesn't acknowledge them. And then for other things that, there's not really excuses, but your brain amplifies them. Once you find those and ask why, after you've asked the why and kind of figure that out, just start being gentle with yourself, because what you're trying to do is just form the habit. Because as long as you can have the habit of showing up and doing the thing, eventually you will get better and better and better, as long as you actually desire to do the thing that you're struggling with right now. The idea is to show up consistently. And that's what I've been working with myself on. Show up consistently for the things that are harder for you to do on the days that you don't necessarily want to do them all the time, because you're not as good at them, and obviously we derive more pleasure from some of those things that we see ourselves to be good at. And so for me, it's trying to learn how to derive pleasure in the process of learning, in the process of making things work, even when I'm awful at whatever new thing it is that I'm trying to do. Which that, by the way, is a whole conversation within itself. Like learning how to like those early phases before you're even competent, when you're actually really, really bad at something. Because I'm experiencing that in a couple categories right now. So I could even probably do a video on that. But, and it's actually probably not even surprising the fact that I would choose to go to the gym first, now that I come to think about it. I have a whole list of things to do, and I see that it's raining, and yet I still choose to go to the gym first. So I think that just kind of goes to show, maybe that was a form of procrastination, even though I do have some goals there. I don't know. But with that being said, the takeaway for this video is what I said before. Look at what's clear. Look where you're just killing it. Look at where you're not. Ask the why, and then be gracious with yourself. Start forming that habit and get after it. So with that being said, I will see you guys on the next one.